Hey guys, Mr. MJ Fanwell and Alt here with some more Black Ops 2 gameplay, and we're going to continue where I left off with the last video of my big, sort of how I got on YouTube. And honestly, I don't even have enough gameplays right now to finish this thing, so it'd probably be, well, it won't mind for you. You guys will have this come up, you guys will have this series uploaded kind of seamlessly, I hope. But anyways, I was on the ORL, so I found out about the ORL through Adrenaline. Actually, Edward, I think, posted Edward posted a video of a trailer that the leader of the ORL at the time, Darkstar, posted. He posted a video of that, and everybody in Adrenaline was basically saying, "Oh, it looks like crap, but you know, maybe we'll try it." And the ORL, I can say, has gotten progressively better since Season 1. It's ridiculous. But I'm not here to talk about Season 1 or 2 that much because I don't know much about them. I came in Season 3, that's what I'm here to talk about. But that's how I found out about it. That's important. That's how I found out about it. So I asked Darkstar, said, "Can I join the league?" And he was like, "Sure." So joined up Supercross. That was when they'd add different divisions. So I joined Division 2 of Supercross, and I knew I was pretty good for being new, but I knew that my best competition was obviously X-Trains. That he was an experienced guy, but I was up to the challenge. I think, well, maybe if I can, you know, just figure it out quick, I can get a good get some good results, and yeah, maybe I can do something here. So I joined that division. First race went pretty well. It was a 20-lap race. I got wrecked a little bit, or there's somebody trying to wreck me, but I sort of avoided it all, and I finished second in my first race, and, you know, obviously who won was X-Trains. So I thought, well, that's really good. That's almost, since X-Trains is such an experienced racer in this sort of type of racing, I felt very accomplished. I'm like, that was just like a win to me. Finishing second, that was great. So then we move on to race 3, Longshore. Longshore, I practiced. Well, before that, I joined a team. Unrealistic is the guy who's the leader of the team. It was called the Devil's Rejects. And at the time, Devil's Rejects was the top team in ORL. Not even close. Like, it was just easily the top team. No competition. We had the best Supercross drivers by far. We had some... the only competition the other good team, Unknown, gave us was in GP. But we still had a pretty good lockdown on that as well. And then in mixed terrain, I'm pretty sure we were good there. At least eventually we were, but we were the best team in the league at that point by far. Like I said, it wasn't even close, and they sort of helped me get used to, especially Rebel. He's the guy I contribute most of my Supercross skills to now, because he helped me out a lot, just giving me simple tips, stuff that I follow now. I'm not going to give any of those away, but but yeah. And Longshore, that was the third race, and I felt like I could win. I was the fastest person there easily. I still think I'm one of the fastest people at Longshore, and I ended up finishing third. I was super frustrated. I had a huge lead. I led all the laps with the last 5, and the reason everybody caught up to me is because lap traffic wrecked me so many times. And I realized in Season 4 that I'm the reason a lot of the newer rules came into ORL. Because in we're jumping a little bit ahead here, but in Season 4 there was a rule added which I wanted desperately after that Longshore race, because every league has this rule. I wanted a blue flag rule, because I understand the league was a contact league, the ORL, and they allowed rough driving and like wrecking intentionally, and I understand that. But still, the lap drivers should not be able to have a say in how the race ends. So they eventually did add that blue flag rule in, kind of because of that Longshore race, because they saw how I really got screwed by lap traffic that much, and how it doesn't really make sense that lap traffic should play that much of a role in a race. It's not really fair. So anyways, moving on. Fourth race, Snake Run. I mean, I felt decent. This is around the time, this is where the racing real life comes into play, because this is around the time my brother was injured. And to get things off my mind, I went on a walk with my brother when he was still recovering, and it was me, him, my brother Matt, and his wife, I think. It was Matt's wife? Yeah, I think so. I think it was her. And, yes, it was. I believe it was. Yeah, I think so. I don't know why I have such trouble remembering that. I went on that walk, but I knew the race was coming up in an hour. So, like, on the way back, I looked at the time and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna run home. So I ran home, got in there just in a nick of time. Somebody waited for me, so I thanked that person, because I was a little bit late, just a couple minutes, but it wasn't too much. They weren't mad to wait. So I was there. Got the whole shot, which if you're not used to Supercross racing, that means I got the best start out of the gate. So I got that off to a great start on a track that I thought I was decent at, and I just held it. I didn't really make any mistakes. The other people that were faster than me, did not get a very good start. I got a great start, and I ended up winning that race. I got my first Supercross win. I felt great, and that was a big confidence boost. In the next race, I think I got a second. Then we went to the ORL All-Star track, and that track I knew I was fast at. I still think I'm one of the fastest people there, and I dominated that race. Just absolutely dominated. Me and my teammate finished 1-2, so that was the highlight of the season, was that race. Because I absolutely dominated it, and then my teammate Seraph finished second, and I led every lap but one. That one lap that I didn't lead was led by him, first lap. So that was the best race of the year. For Seraph even agrees. He thinks that was his best race of the year. We both really liked that race. And then I reached a rough patch in the season. I think I got another podium like a second after that, but this idiot, Unknown Master, joined, and all he did was wreck me. He just singled me out. He would wreck other people, but in particular, he singled me out. He would slow himself down at times just to wreck me, and he just singled me out. And this is eventually why they took intentional wrecking out of the league, because he just singled me out. He slowed himself to wreck me, and you know, the wrecking thing, the contact thing, it was supposed to be fun, but then leaders started to realize, well, it's not really fun if he's just going to single out one person. And in the final race of the series, I had a lead, and I easily could have won the race, and I was very fast there. I was in the lead, and then Master just wrecked me. And I ended up finishing second to the person I was competing with, X-Reigns, for the championship, and I ended up losing by 1 because of Master. It probably would have been a battle between me and X-Reigns if he didn't wreck me. It probably would have been one of the better ORL battles. It probably would have been the best ORL battle for a championship of all time if he didn't wreck me. And that's when Darkstar was like, alright, enough of that, and he got rid of intentional wrecking in the league. Which I think was a good move, because I get the idea of it. You know, I'm fine with contact and stuff like that, but just the things that people do with it, where they just, where it ends up ruining championships and stuff like that, he was like, alright, nah. Which I think is the right decision. Like I said, I'm fine with a little bit of contact, but in my opinion, it should be, if you're gonna have contact in the league, it should be like for payback reasons. Like if somebody wrecks somebody, that person should be able to get payback on the other person. You know, sort of like a NASCAR mentality. Boys have that, sort of like that mentality. You know, make the contact more payback oriented. Like it's clean until somebody makes the first move, if that makes sense. And that first move would generally be accidental, if you see what I'm saying. But that's how Season 3 went. And ORL is a big part of the story, so it's the different seasons are going to go through quite a few videos. I did get another win to get into position to win the championship. I got my third win, my last win of Season 3. Technically my last win, I did get it at the 11th race. There was 12 races, 13 technically. So there's 13th races, and I won my last race in the 11th race, and that put me in position to have a shot at the championship. So I did get another win, and it was a pretty good win too. I thought, you know what, either I gotta go for the whole shot or I gotta lay off, so I decided to lay off in the start, and it ended up being the right strategy. Everybody wrecked in front of me, and I took the win. Wasn't the fastest person, but I made the right strategy. And at that time, I was not the fastest guy in SX, so I won a lot of races just off of strategy, which was nice. I eventually started winning more races just off of SX skill, but, you know, there was only certain tracks where I was really the fastest person at, i.e. Longshore. And the ORL All-Star. Those are my best tracks easily on Reach. It's not even close. Those are easily it. This game's coming to a close. So that's how Season 3 went, but I was still happy with that season because I got second in points. My first ever season in SX, a whole new type of racing. I got second in points, and I I got 3 wins, plenty of podiums. I was just feeling great, and I was really looking forward to Season 4. There was new rules. It was Halo 4. It was a new game, and I was super optimistic, and that's where I'll leave you guys off at this time. See you guys for the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. And there is the... Oh, whoops. There is the score for you. I had a decent... It wasn't the best game. Oh, I guess that was... Yeah, it was a good game, I guess. So see you guys next time.